she goes into Walmart's and she meets these older folks that are still working.
Yeah.
And he asked her, said, "Why are you still working?" She's because I have to. So she does a GoFundMe. The one lady, she raised $100,000 for this woman, and now she's got another one going, and she just raised over $50,000 in 4 days for another 82-year-old.
Oh, be damned.
Yeah. Now imagine that someone raised that kind of money for you.
Woo.
So the video you just watched got over 3 million views on TikTok and went extremely viral. So viral that the man in the video, Butch Marion, was able to finally retire. TikTok users raised over $100,000 so that Butch could finally retire. Marion, a widower and US Navy veteran, so when you got these representatives raising money off, they about to take our stoves. This is the kind of stuff that they should care about. But I digress. Marion, a widower and US Navy veteran, said in further videos that he had been working since he was 11 years old and spent 10 years in the Navy. The donations rolled in at an incredible pace through a GoFundMe page set up by McCarty, with donors expressing how much Marion's story inspired them. At the time of writing, the page has raised over $143,000. It reportedly received over $50,000 in the first 24 hours. Here's the GoFundMe as of right now. And we're gonna put up that picture of Butch, and that's where it is. Even though this seems like a good news story, it really is not a good news story. This is it reveals the very, very, very broken system that we're operating in the United States of America, one that makes our elderly work until their 80s. I mean, how sad is that? And then on top of that, no elder should have to do this, but we always put an extra enhancement when it's a veteran, US Navy veteran. But then you got these Congress people fussing and fighting over gas stoves. Stories like this really put it into perspective, really. Never given a break to enjoy their lives is really sad. People's quality of life should matter, and people should not have to work their fingers to the bones for their entire lives and never ever get the opportunity to live a good life, to enjoy their lives. The average retirement age in the United States among currently living retirees was 59.88 years old. The median living retiree left work at age 62, and the most common age to retire was 62 years old. 18.7% of retirees retired at the age of 62, and a whopping 63% retired between the ages of 57 and 66. We're gonna put up this chart for you, this graph for you to take a look at. 2017 Federal Reserve Survey of Household Economics and Decision Making, and we see how the graph shows retired on or before and the various ages. This is a sad state of affairs that we would treat our elders like this. 62 is currently the minimum age to collect Social Security in the United States. And as a reminder, let's put up this headline: damning cuts to Medicare and Social Security are looking more likely with McCarthy as House Speaker. Here's what it will mean for retirees. So this is really sad, Jackson. I was thinking about something that even my brother texted me today about, the government and them dictating what is the appropriate age to retire. Even when they take that money and put it in Social Security, there's no interest given to retirees for all the money. For people like us, we're paying into that system, but we're not gonna get interest back when it's time for us to retire. But you be late on making an IRS payment, they will not only charge you a penalty, they will also charge you fees until it is fully paid off. This, to quote the great Andrew Yang, the math ain't mathin'.
It ain't mathing. And, I think that also this is important because, the military, the US Army, they've been having recruitment issues. And there's always a lot of issues that go into that. But, the United States Army is a voluntary service. People don't have to do it. And one of the reasons that the biggest reason people typically don't want to join the military is because of the possibility of being sent to war. But knowing that at the other side of it, you may end up 80 plus years old working in a Walmart or a Target or something, that lessens the incentive to join as well, especially when we're moving into more of a gig type economy, which has its flaws, but it means that people can kind of pick and choose and have more options. So that also is making joining the military less less golden,
appealing,
less of a good opportunity.
So, Jackson, GoFundMe is not a retirement plan. Hello? No. GoFundMe is not a healthcare plan. This country. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. The hegemonic nation that we are. We're going to come back to this. We're going to keep talking about these kinds of issues.